just do it. Just ask the question that was in your head a few years ago when you were studying the testing that goes on in the schools and reading up, in particular in the United States, about how severe it has gotten for teachers to even keep a position anymore, and who gets to keep these positions if testing results are not strong enough, and how, because there's no place to address this as a person who understands it and as a parent, and how sometimes children are removed who are fairly good, or are strong enough, but have possibly something over them or at them, or an outside effect, or maybe an effect in the classroom, which, I mean, years ago, when we were children, you could see children who kept other children from getting their work done. Whether a child themselves would ever do that, on their own, or whether there is something, bringing a bunch of children, like I said, with the evil villain in those comic books coming to life, affecting another child or a group of children or a particular family. But just, the cartoons always portray that. And you don't look for it as, I never ever looked for it when I was teaching, because I'm just making sure I watch each child and make sure they all have the opportunity. And perhaps if you don't allow it, you don't see it, because it doesn't exist to show up where you are, because you really are monitoring the situation very strongly. But, and I'm also up at heaven with them, so, when you're allowed to be in that kind of a system. But this wasn't where I was going with the testing. But I'm looking at, they're taking children out and putting them in remedial programs so they don't all write the test. So a good part of the children, if they do that, then eventually, where do you stop if you have the liberty to remove children from a programming so that they're not doing the same test or being counted in the test results, to give schools and school boards, particular ratings, which the test is supposed to only show, these tests that they do at grade 3 and grade 6 and I guess grade 9, if the school needs to make any adjustments to teach to the child. It's not about is the child smart, it's not about is the teacher the best teacher, it's about does the school have the right system to give the teacher the resources they need, and the programming they need, and the training they need, and the lesson planning that they need.